What does strength over everything mean? Strength over everything is the bridge that gaps a life of misery to a life of fulfillment. I am reluctant to say a happy life because happiness is much too nuanced to declare it an outcome of fulfillment and discipline, although those are a very good start. I can proclaim that a life absent of strength will be unpleasurable. There's that very cliche saying that you hear over and over again, choose your hard. But I do think that there's something to that, as much as it's overused from time to time, I feel at least. Let's take, for example, getting up for work sometimes can be very hard, but also stressing about money, to me, is much harder. I've often found putting things off oftentimes just makes the task that much harder. Like, for example, if you just cleaned a little bit every single day, it'd be a lot less daunting than if you just put it all off and then say on a Sunday you're trying to clean a week's worth of mess. I coined this term a few years back. I've been through many trials and tribulations in just my short life on this planet. From financial uncertainty to childhood epilepsy. All of which I clearly got through because I'm still here. I'm standing here making a video, aren't I? I came up with this term because one night I was lying in bed and I was struggling to find the inspiration to discover really what I wanted in life and where I should even aim. I was thinking of the difficulty of my life up until this point, and it made my outlook very dismal. I began to think about how I suffered from epilepsy, but I was able to come out on the other side of it, so it gave me great strength to reflect on, and that's where the term strength over epilepsy spawned. Strength over epilepsy preceded the term strength over everything. I used the term strength over epilepsy for a while when, life was getting hard and I was going through some things and struggling from time to time, whether it was at work or just any time that I was feeling a little bit of resistance in my life, I would use it and think in my head, strength over epilepsy. You came this far. You beat that, so why can't you just beat this menial, stupid task that's causing you problems? As time went on, I changed it to strength over everything because I'm a firm believer that many situations in life can become easier if you just choose strength. Now, granted, I am fully aware that there are people that are put in pretty horrible situations against their will that no matter how much strength they choose, they will not get out of the situation. I'm conscious of that, and I recognize that. But for the average person who's struggling to eat better, they want to make more money, they want to have more meaningful relationships, they have all these big goals, but they don't want to put the work in to achieve them. I think if you choose strength, it'll get you through most things. I used it like at the death of my grandfather, and anytime there's hard things, I just think to myself, strength over everything. If you just choose strength, you take control of the situation, and it allows you to become even just 1% better, 1% happier. Again, I don't want to use the word happiness because strength doesn't automatically equal happiness. So just always remember when life is feeling overwhelming, choose strength and just think to yourself, strength over everything. And that should help in pulling you through. You guys know the drill. I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.